Ownership in Mecca and Medina, for a very long time, this has been prohibited for non-Saudi nationals. And so now, for a period of 100 years, now, after that period of time, foreigners are again allowed to own in Mecca and Medina. And so the law clearly says that Muslims are allowed to own real estate in Mecca and Medina, individual Muslims. And it also allows companies to invest into Mecca and Medina to develop real estate, hold hotel assets, for example, as well, in the areas designated in the geographical maps. Now, this is groundbreaking and incredibly exciting. Why I say that is because foreign investors invest in markets they know. And of course, the world knows Saudi Arabia because of Mecca and Medina and the pilgrimage to Mecca and Medina. And what that really means is the Muslim world. And so we expect massive demand, and we're already seeing massive interest from the Hajj and Umrah pilgrimage agencies in those other countries, individual investors, very, very interested in immediately coming into Mecca and Medina. And so we anticipate a vast amount of transactions and investment into the holy cities of Mecca and Medina. What's also significant to note is that next week, when the geographical maps are released, we'll report back to you in more detail about what areas you can actually invest into. And also what type of ownership. The real estate foreign investment law recognizes rights in rem, so a usufruct or a long-term leasehold right. It also recognizes freehold, a long-term ownership right, absolute ownership. And so we've yet to see what will be allowed in Mecca and Medina. Historically, under the premium residency visa, holders of that visa class were allowed to obtain a usufruct right, so a 99-year leasehold right in Mecca and Medina, or for up to the duration of their premium residency. And the notary public actually was issuing a type of ownership certificate called sak intifa. And so that allowed you to register and hold your ownership in a registered form in Mecca and Medina. Next week, we will hope to know what type of ownership you'll be allowed. Now, what is that doing to the market? We're seeing incredible interest from developers in Saudi Arabia to build assets for sale. So before in Mecca and Medina, you couldn't sell other than to the local Saudi population. So the predominant asset class was hotels. And now we're seeing developers building hotel residences, branded residences for sale off-plan, long stay apartments for foreigners that want to come, Muslims, to live in Mecca, to reside in Mecca, to invest in Mecca. And so it's changing and shifting the whole landscape of real estate development. We expect that developments will take place through fund structures. As we mentioned in our earlier episode, the CMA's real estate fund jurisdiction and mandate is preserved by the law. Joint ventures as well, we see opportunities for those to continue as well. And off-plan sales. For foreign Muslims that are looking to buy apartments, the off-plan environment will be very attractive to them. So a lot of WAFI regulation and licensing of the sale of these units off-plan. The gateway to Mecca and Medina is Jeddah. And so we hope that this law will also stimulate development in Jeddah. We see Riyadh as an international gateway city, and it's well known to GCC investors. So we anticipate GCC investors coming into the Riyadh market and developing. But we do see Jeddah as being a very interesting opportunity for the broader investment community to invest as a gateway city into Mecca and Medina. Again, all made possible by the new real estate investment foreign ownership law.